In the earlier exercise, we studied a list view where we display the one text value at each entry, but more customized entry with a better user recycler view. Recycler view is known as the best one in terms of performance to handle this one. Like here is the example of a Gmail app. You can push the finger on the screen up to scroll it, and you will see each entry with various things. In addition to text, you have some icons and something else. Also, you can have pictures and the like. So we can customize each entry using Recycler View. So let's practice that. Here, what you want to do is we want to have a list of students displayed, and each student will have a customized view for that. So let's first create a student class to represent the data. That so in the constructor we have a name as a string, and then GPA of a double type, and age of int type, and then another one is we want to have a year of int type. Then this member year represent freshman, sophomore, and so on. And depending on the year in this recycler view, in each entry, we want to display some image representing each year. That's what you want to do. So in the main program, let's define a member called the student list, which is array list of student. So here I forgot to give a keyword there. Then at the end of the onCreate, let's add some initial data into the array list. So for I in 0 through 15, student list add student. The name is a name with the indexer, and then GPA is I to double conversion. Let's divide it by 5, and then age is I plus 10, and then here is I modulus 4, so 0, 1, 2, 3 is a valid one. Now we need to give a recycler view on the main screen. So this content domain is a main screen part. As you remember that in layout we have several ones. So content domain is the one we should use. So let's delete hello world text view. Then we are going to give a recycler view. So drag and drop here. If you use a recycler view for the first time, Android Studio may ask you to install required library for that, then install it accordingly. Then let's snap for size onto the screen. Then in each entry of the student, we need to define layout for that. So into the layout, I need to create a new layout. Let's name it as a card view, because we are going to use a card view in this layout. So let's add a card view. In the card view, we are going to customize entry of one student. Let's drop it. It's asking you want to install the library. Yes, we should install the library for card view. And it goes through installation process. It's done. So this card view on this constraint layout, so match parent means constraint layout's parent is screen. So size of the screen, height is size of a screen. We need to change height, but let's leave it now, and then as we encounter some problem, let's come back and then fix it. then we can understand the better why we should change this one. But card view, let's have it same size as it's a parent constraint. So choose with as a match constraint or whatever. Adds, and then height rep 1. Let's make it big, and then give it to the parent, snap it there. Now within card view, so we can lay out the things that we want to display. So we want to display image of the year of the student and then name, age, GPA, and the like. So let's drag and drop image there. When you drop the image, the Android Studio asks what is the default or initial value of the image to be displayed. Then we are going to we are not going to use this one. We are going to delete it. But anyway, at this moment, just pick up any value we need. And this image, and then here we are going to put a text view and so on, and we are going to arrange those components, meaning that we need a layout within the card view. So let's have a layout of a constraint layout inside the card view, and an image view let's put inside the constraint, so that now this constraint layout uses this match parent means whatever card view size is. So constraint layout, within that we put image view. So now like we can place the image view. So snap, 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 and then text view here with some size, snap, not this one, snap up, remove this constraint because I'm going to put another one under it. So under it, snap up, left, and then right. So here I'm going to display name of the students, here age, and then finally GPA here. There. So let's give an idea of this one. For this one, since it is within the card view, so let me give an ID like this, and then have an icon, this one, ID, card, name, text view. I don't need any initial value for that. And this one, I'm going to display age, card age. No initial value needed. Then finally, this one, ID, card, GPA. There. There. And another thing is that for this one, I don't need any initial value for that. That is defined by here, which image you want to display. So let me just delete, leave it blank, and then we can set the value when we populate those students there. So card view is there. In main activity, content, let me give ID of the recyclerview there. So to set it up, what we need to do is as follows. In recyclerview, we need to first set layout manager, And layout manager here means that in this recycler view, we are going to add many entries. So how we are going to display those entries? Each entry is represented by the card view. So how do you want to lay out those card view? Linear view is uh, vertically means it's just a stacking. So one here, next to here, next to here, like item 0, 1, 2, 3, like that. That's what you want to do. So as we create a linear layout manager, we can assign that linear layout manager, which requires a context. By default, the linear layout is a vertical layout. That's what you want. And the second, we need to set adapter for that. Here, if you remember from list view, when you have a list view like this, or recycler view, same story, and then you have a data source and array there, we need an adapter in between. The role of adapter is to read the data from source and then give it to the list view or recycler view and so on. So this adapter view is the one which handles communicates between the view and then data source. The list view adapter view was quite simple to use because we used some text only, and then the layout is defined from the Android system. But here we are going to have a custom layout for each entry, so this adapter is quite complex. So anyway, in the adapter we are going to create the adapter class. Let's name it as a student list adapter. There we are going to pass first context of this recycler view, and then the student list, which is data source. So the main thing in this exercise is how to design the list recycler view adapter is the main thing. Before we do so, one thing I need to mention is that here in this source code, I created the adapter with a data array, and then data array is changed after that. In that case, we need to notify that data has been changed. We need to notify the adapter that data has been changed. So recycler view adapter, and then we need to call notify data set changed. That's one thing we need to do. So the reason if I put this code before adapter creation, I don't need this one. But since I added the data after creation of the adapter, I need to do so. Why do we need to do something like this? Is that if you want to add a new student in the app by the user, or user may delete one of the student entry, then we need to redisplay the recycler view correctly. Then at that moment, when you add a new data or delete a new data, you need to call notify data set changed method. Before we design student list adapter, let's create icons for student year. So in the drawable, and then we can create some icons by the assistant of Android Studio. So right click, new, and the image asset, and then choose icon type as a app bar or tab icons there. Then click clip art. Then let me show you. Be sure to choose a clip art part. Then click clip art. Here is some of them available from the system. Then let's pick up something we want to use to represent the year, first year, second year of students, and so on. So let's pick up this number. Then let's name it as a year 1. Then as I finish it, under drawables, year 1 is created. So what's happening here is that several images of year 1, this one is created, and different quality. over that. Some are low resolution, some are high resolution. What's happening is that depending on the physical device's screen resolution, the Android system automatically picks up the best matching one. So the Android Studio automatically creates 4 different resolutions of the image icon, and then the device will pick up the best one. So let's keep creating for another image asset, clip art, and then let's use this one as a second year 2, then year 3, then year 4, there. So those image in this so in card view layout, the image part, we will set one of those 4 images depending on year value of a student. So in the next video, so we are going to create a student list adapter.